Hey team, welcome back to She's a Powerhouse. My name is Shannon. I'll be taking you through today's workout. Thank you for clicking on and following along with me. We are going to be doing a core and cardio focused workout for today. So I will start by taking you through some warm-up exercises, and then I will jump into today's circuit. We are going to do a timed circuit, and I'll break it down a little bit more once we get there. But getting about 20 to 25 minutes of work in, we'll end with some core exercises and as well as some stretching. For today, no equipment is necessary. I will be showing an exercise that has a little bit of an incline. So if you have a chair, the back of a couch, if you want to use the counter or the wall, something around you to elevate yourself. But if you are revisiting this workout or wanting to take it up a notch, I will be showing some exercises that you can always make a little bit more challenging by adding some weight, whether that is a dumbbell, a kettlebell, or you can always challenge yourself by doing more reps, going faster than I am, or if at any point you need to slow your pace down, go ahead and click the playback speed and you can reduce it so it's going a little bit slower, or at any point take a pause, grab yourself some water, take a breath if you need it. But other than that, we're going to go ahead and get started into our warm-up. I'm going to start with just a march in place, bringing that belly button into your spine. Start getting those knees up to about hip height. We are going to, for this warm-up exercise, be taking ourselves about 30 seconds, and then I will take you in to exercise number 2. If you are ready to get going and you're feeling eager today, you can always turn these marches into a Hey team, welcome back to She's a Powerhouse. My name is Shannon. I will be taking you through today's workout. Thank you for clicking on and joining with me. We have a core and cardio focused circuit for today. No equipment is necessary, but we will be doing some incline moves. So if you do have a chair, a back of the couch, you can even use the wall or the counter. That would be awesome to have around you or nearby. And if you are revisiting this video or going for week 2 or 3 in your progression, I will be showing some ways that you can use some dumbbells to add a little extra resistance, or you can always challenge yourself by increasing time or reps that I am doing with you today. If you'd like, at any point, you can also slow down this playback speed of this video, take it a little bit slower if you would like to take a different pace than we are doing today, or at any point pause the video, grab a breather, get a drink of water if needed. Always have that water bottle nearby, and I will remind you to take some water sips as well. That being said, for today's core and cardio, I'll be taking you through a few warm-up moves, just getting ourselves ready to go for movement. And then we will be going into a timed circuit setup. If you are going on week 2 or 3 of your progression, you can stick with this time circuit that we are doing, or you can start counting your reps and increase those reps week over week as it's shown in your progression. And let's get started. So we're going to start with just a high knee march, pulling that belly button into your spine, bringing that knee to about hip height, focusing on just starting to get those legs, hips warmed up and ready to go. The goal is also to start getting that heart rate up a little bit. So if you're feeling ready and you'd like to, you can also turn this into a high knee sprint, keeping it right here if you need to. We're going to go about 30 seconds. We're going to do these warm-up moves a couple times just to make sure we are ready to go for today's circuit. Going about 5, 4, and then we're going to go into some scarecrow torso twists. 2, 1. So we're going to put those arms up at 90 degrees, and we're going to be rotating, twisting that body side to side. I want you to do your best to try to keep your hips as still facing forward as you can, and have the motion coming from your torso. Very good. And then we're going to go into a hamstring scoop. You're just going to pop one heel out in front of you. Imagine you're taking your hands back behind your leg and you're going to scoop up around your toes. Again, alternate leg to leg. You want to feel that stretch down the back of your leg and just warming up that body. Very good. We're going to go back to those high knees in 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Again, knee up to hip height. If you're feeling ready, you can turn it into that high knee sprint. Start picking up that pace a little bit. Otherwise, stay right here with me. As I said today, we are going to be doing a timed circuit. So we are going to have 3 exercises that we will repeat over and over. 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest for 3 rounds. And then I will be showing you a new set of 3 exercises and repeating the same process. Go ahead and go to those scarecrow torso twists, hips still. Very good. With a timed circuit, I always encourage find a pace that you can maintain for that entire time and really earn the rest that we are getting today. Let's finish with those hamstring scoops. Bringing that chest a little bit further down to the ground every time. If you are counting those reps that you have on your progression sheet, I always encourage each week that you move on in order to challenge yourself. Either increase the reps by 2 reps each time or start adding a little bit of resistance with some weight, dumbbell or kettlebell. 1 more on each side. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. All right, go ahead and grab 5 big sips of water while I explain our first exercise, and then we will get into this first triple set. So for our first exercise, we are going to be going into a reverse lunge. What that means is your chest and your hips are going to be stacked on top of each other, keeping yourself nice and tall. You're going to be stepping back into a big, long lunge. For modification, you don't have to go quite as low to the ground, or if you'd like to make it a little bit more challenging, you can always grab a little bit of weight it up at the shoulders, and step back into that increased lunge. Like I mentioned, we're going to go 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. I'll demo exercise number 2 as you're getting your first rest. So go ahead and find yourself some space, starting that clock in 3, 2, 1. Taking a nice, big, confident step back, dropping that back knee as far as comfortable. If you find yourself imbalanced, make sure you just take your time, place your foot nice and firm, and you want to focus on that front leg, driving your heel into the ground, pushing yourself back up to tall. You can also put a light hand on the wall or the couch next to you if you need to find some extra balance. Good. We're going to do a 20-second rest in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Rest for me. Exercise number 2, we are going to be doing a standing side crunch. Same knee, same elbow, alternating side to side. If you need to modify, just don't go quite as high with the knees. Crunch those elbows side to side. In 3, 2, 1. Focusing on trying to bring your knee up to your elbow just as much as you are bringing your elbow to your knee. We are working the oblique muscles right along our rib cage and our side. You're trying to collapse that rib cage down while keeping your breathing controlled. Good. We got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take your 20-second rest. Exercise number 3 of this first set, we're going to do what's called a plank up. What that means is we are starting in a high plank. We're dropping down to our elbows into a low plank and pushing back up into that high plank. You can modify by doing this from your knees or go to that elevation and keep those hands nice and firm on that plate. In 3, 2, 1. Starting in that high plank, core tight, elbow, elbow, hand, hand. If you are going from those toes, the closer your feet are together in your plank, the harder it will be. The wider they are apart, easier it will be. Keeping that belly button towards your spine. And I always suggest alternating arms. So one time, come up on your right arm. One time, come up on your left arm. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. 20-second rest. That is our first 3 exercises. We're gonna go through that 2 more times. So taking it right back to our reverse lunges in 10 seconds. You're feeling like you needed a little extra challenge, grab those dumbbells, or we're gonna pick up our pace a little bit for round number 2. 3, 2, 1. Step it back. My goal again is to get a little cardio in for your workout today. So by picking up our pace, continuing to do some good breathing, that's where we're gonna get that heart rate up. Beautiful, halfway, 20 more seconds. Step it back. Again, strong front foot. Pushing up through that heel. 5, 4, keep it quick. 3, 2, 1. Good. 20-second rest. We're gonna now switch from same knee to same elbow, opposite knee, opposite elbow. Got 10 seconds. If you'd like an extra challenge, you can also grab some weight, put it up there for a little bit extra work. 3, 2, 1. Opposite knee, opposite elbow. Just a slight variation from what we did in round 2, just to keep it fun. Hold that belly button in. Keep your chest tall and proud. Try to sync your breathing up with your motion. You got 15. Exhale as that knee comes to that elbow. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. All right, last one. We've got our plank ups. Once again, for those 40 seconds, our core is working the entire time. We should start to feel those triceps heating up as well. Challenge you to stay on your toes as long as you can, but instead of taking a break, drop to your knees and keep going. 3, 2, 1. Elbow, elbow, hand, hand, alternating which elbow you go down with and which hand you come up with. Beautiful. If you are elevated on any surface, we're going from your knees. Just make sure those hips stay in line with those shoulders and your whole body is moving down to the ground together. Good. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Amazing. Round 2 done. Grab yourself a sip of water. We're going round 3. Third and final time with our reverse lunges to start. You're counting reps. See if you can do 2 extra reps on each leg before I call time. 3, 2, 1. Keep it nice and quick. Or if you're adding that weight, getting a little bit more work on those legs. Again, keeping that pace quick so that heart rate stays high. Very good. Nice strong breaths. Good, stay with me. You got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Catch your breath. We're gonna go back to our same side crunch. When I say halfway, we'll go opposite knee, opposite elbow. In 5, I'm gonna grab my weights. 3, 2, 1. Same side. I like to imagine I'm standing between 2 panes of glass and I'm sliding right in between those panes. So my body's not arching back and it's not arching forward, going lateral. 3, 2, 1, switch halfway. Opposite knee, opposite elbow. That little extra weight challenges you to get that rotation as you twist. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. All right, last round of our plank ups. Staying on those toes as long as you can. Wiggle those toes a little wider. You're starting to feel that core fatigue. In 3, 2, 1. Left down, left up, right down, right up. Now, as I get tired, my hips start to wiggle more and more. Keep that core activated. Reduce that amount of hip movement. Good, you got 15, 14, 13. We're at the finish line. We're grabbing a drink of water. In 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. A few big sips of water. Go ahead and find yourself back up to a standing place. You need to catch your breath. Hands up overhead. Otherwise, just step in place and we will get into circuit number 2, which is a new set of 3 exercises. I'll demo that first one for you, allow you to catch your breath a little bit. We're gonna keep that heart rate going and jump right into the second triple set. So exercise number 1 of this second set, we are going to do a glute bridge march. So we are going to be down on the ground. Feet are going to be hip width apart, tucked in nice and close to our glutes. Core is tight. We are going to be going up into a glute bridge. And from here, we're going to alternate in that marching position, trying to keep that core as tight as possible, making sure that we're not dipping hips side to side and keeping our hips up nice and tall. If you need to modify, you can always go up into the glute bridge and then hit a march, up into a glute bridge, hit a march, and take a little bit easier. Or if you want to add some weight to those hips and make that progression a little bit higher. Go ahead and join me down onto the floor. We're gonna be going our first 40 seconds in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hips up to the sky. Pull that belly button in. When you're in this march, I want you to imagine that the bottom of your rib cage and the top of your hip bones are being knitted together right along your belly button line. You're keeping that subtle squeeze. You don't want to over flex those core muscles, and making sure you're also engaging that pelvic floor. This is working that deep core muscles. We got 3, 2, 1. Good. Exercise number 2. This is where we're going to use our incline. We're going to be up in a plank position, and we are doing alternating mountain climbers, driving knee to chest. To make it a little bit more difficult, you can always go into a nice quick pace for those 40 seconds. Otherwise, stay with me in the march position. 3, 2, 1, going 40 seconds. Make sure those shoulders stay leaned over top of your wrists. You don't want to sink too far back on your heels. You're driving onto your toes, trying to bring your knees right underneath your chin. Once again, pulling that belly button in towards your spine, keeping that subtle little curve. Good. You've got 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. 20-second rest. Third and final exercise of this set, we're going to go down into a swimmer's position. So in that kind of Superman pose, lifting those legs gently off the ground, arms gently off. We're going to row those elbows back towards our hips and push out nice and tall. To modify, you can always rest in between those reps. Or if you need to be up off that belly, go in a hinge position from the knees and pull those elbows back. All right, let's jump into it. We're going swimmer row in 3, 2, 1. You want to activate those glutes as you lift those legs. Focus when you're pulling your elbows back. You want to squeeze those shoulder blades down and back. Draw with your elbows, reach with your fingertips. Beautiful. If you need to modify, grab a rest, pop back up. Good. You got less than 10 seconds. Once again, engage those glutes. Don't let that low back take over. 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. 20-second rest. Staying down on the ground. We're just flipping over into that glute bridge. Second round. If you'd like a little extra challenge, you can grab that weight, add it to your hips. We're going right back up into those glute bridge marches. In 3, 2, 1. Hips up. Alternate that added weight on the hips. All that's really going to do is keep those glutes engaged a little bit more, but it also forces you to keep those hips stabilized so that weight's not rolling off side to side. Another little extra tidbit, when you drive your knee up, point your toe towards your chin. You want to activate that ankle into that drive motion. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. Now we're going to that incline mountain climber. Now your core shouldn't be in too much discomfort, but it is definitely working. I want to try to challenge you if you got it. We're going to go into that fast mountain climber and get that cardio up. In 3, 2, 1. If you can, stay with me in that quick mountain climber. Otherwise, stay at that same pace. Once again, my goal is for you to be moving the entire 40 seconds, whatever that means by means necessary. Fantastic. Good. 15 seconds. Knee underneath chin. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Keeping that heart rate up. Now, to mod up our swimmers, we are going to grab our dumbbell. On the extend, we rest it. On the row, we pull it to our collarbone. In 3, 2, 1. Keep those eyes facing at the ground. Try to keep your neck as neutral as possible. Good, 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, get one more. 2, 1. Fantastic. All right, team, we're rolling to our last set. Glute bridges for the final time. If you haven't challenged yourself yet, do so now. After this, we've only got core and then stretch. So we've got this. 3, 2, 1. Up into that bridge. Start that march. Now, if you'd like a progression and you do not have weight to add, I'm going to challenge you to slow yourself down. Drive that knee in, slow and controlled. What you'll notice is the leg that's on the ground is forced to stay engaged longer, and that core is forced to work longer as it lowers that leg back down. Time under tension puts stress on the good kind of stress on those muscles. 3, 2, 1. Good work. All right, we're mountain climbers for the last time. Final modification, if you want to challenge yourself even more, go to a lower incline or take yourself flat onto the ground. We're going 3, 2, 1. Knee to chest. Focus on your breath. Stay moving. Good, sorry. Gotta check the time. Good. We're halfway. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. Last little bit here. We got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Stay with me. 3, 2, 1. Good job. Finishing out with our swimmers. I'm going to go back to that body weight so I can really make sure I do that mind to muscle connection with my shoulder blades squeezing. I'm going to tap my dumbbells out in front, aim to keep my legs up and activated the whole time. Going in 3, 2, 1. Lift, squeeze. I'm going to hold that squeeze for an extra whole second. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. Release. Another way I love to challenge these is grab a resistance band, anchor it onto something and pull. Or if you've got a loop, you can put it right around your wrists. And as you pull back, separate that loop away. Squeeze those glutes one more time for me. You got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Pull back and hold. 3, 2, 1. Amazing. You are crushing it. Grab yourself 4 more big sips of water. We are going to move on to our core set. Now, we are still doing 3 exercises. The only thing we're going to change is we are going to now count our reps. So everything is going to be 10 reps. It's your challenge to try to do the reps as cleanly and as safely as possible. So your form is priority when it comes to core exercises. I'm going to show you all 3 while you catch your breath, and then we will start our reps. So exercise number 1, we're going to do a good old-fashioned Russian twist. What that looks like, heels are rested on the ground, shoulders are kind of leaned back, so you make a nice V angle at your hips. We're going to take our hands, put them together, and we're going to tap those fingertips side to side. Make this a little bit more challenging. Lift those heels up off the ground, or if you're ready for even harder challenge, you can do heels down or heels up with an added weight to your side, and that will increase that Russian twist. All right. All right, let's go ahead and get ourselves started. I'm gonna start heels down, hands together, 10 reps, stay with me. Going in 3, 2, 1. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. We're now going into those suitcase crunches. Legs crunching up towards the chest. Arm nice and long in 3, 2, 1. Knee to chest. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great. Finishing off the dead bug. Back flat against that ground. Head nice and neutral. Opposite arm, opposite leg. 3, 2, 1. 2, 3, 4. Reach out, crunch together. 6, 7, 8, 9. One more. 10. Fantastic. All right, round 2. Take a deep breath. I'm going to challenge you. If you can, lift those heels up off the ground or add yourself a little bit of weight. We're going our 10 rotations in 3, 2, 1. Now, if you have your feet up, make sure those heels and knees stay together. 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Suitcase crunches. Nice big fold right into the center. Starting out long. 1 deep breath. Exhale. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Amazing. All right, guys. This is the finish line. We're right at the end, finishing with those dead bugs. Legs up, arms up. 3, 2, 1. Let's finish it out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes. Team, you did it. You made it through. Grab yourself a few big sips of water. Pat yourself on the back. We're going to finish out with a few stretches and make sure that you are fully cooled down. Heart rate is back to normal before you move on with the rest of your day. We're going to start with just a runner's lunge. Foot up in front, tuck that pelvis and lean. Now I do want to pay attention and give our quads some love too. So if you've got it, you can reach back behind and grab that back foot. If that feels like a little bit too much, you can also shimmy that back knee closer to a wall or a couch or a chair and let the wall hold it for you. You should feel that stretch right through the front of the leg. Taking in some good deep breaths. Hopefully you feel your core is working. You got the cardio up today. Very good. All right, switching to the other side. Starting with just that foot down. Tuck your pelvis. Quick lean forward. Open up that hip. And then grabbing that ankle or propping that foot up on something behind you. Lean back. And take a good 3 to 5 deep breaths. Controlling that breathing. Amazing job today. You should be very proud of the work that you put in. Again, if you are revisiting this video week over week, I encourage you, whether you just show up and do the exact same thing you did the week before, or next time you come back, see if you can challenge yourself just a little bit more than you did in the video prior. We're gonna now stretch out that inner leg. I want you to pop one leg out to the side, toe up to the sky. We're gonna take our opposite arm and lean up and over across that body. If that's a little bit too much, you can just lean that same hand to toe. I want you to feel stretch down the inside of that thigh, but also give those obliques that we worked today a good stretch. One more deep breath. Good. Lower out and then switch. Prop that toe up on the other side. Big inhale. Exhale, reach across. Make sure you are drinking plenty of water for the rest of your day and continuing to stretch or roll out any areas or muscles that are feeling sore or needing some extra TLC. Big inhale, exhale, and you're out. All right, you guys, thank you for joining another video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments how you feel about this workout or leave me any questions that you may have. Have a good rest of your day. See you next time.